In this video, we're going to be talking about Battlefield 5 and why right now it's not successful at all. We're talking about all the bad updates and all the things that EA did to drive players away. Stick around to find out what they did and also to find out why most players don't play anymore. Hey there, before this video starts, I really want to thank everyone for the support I've been getting. I got 8 likes on the other video, the dream analysis video, which is awesome, and I got 44 views. And while that might not seem like a ton, I still really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys viewing. Enjoy this video.
This is London. You will now hear a statement by the Prime Minister.
I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note. I have to tell you now, this country is at war with Germany.
My father asked me if I was truly ready to go to war. He told me that the good soldier kills without thinking of his enemy as a human being. In the moment he sees him as a fellow man, he's no longer a good soldier. And I was a good soldier. God help me. Within each of us lie the seeds of an undefined greatness. We are the fathers of our own future. That future must be chosen, nurtured, guided. It must be driven with conviction. Lest our lesser natures let it stray into shadow.
Oh, what an intro. This is probably one of my favorite prologues to a game and, well, ever. I haven't played that many prologues to games, but this is definitely the most notable one. I've always been fascinated with history, and it's no surprise that I love this game, and it's probably thanks to that. I've always been fascinated in the First and Second World War, and to get a game like this, it was exciting for me. And this is probably the reason I was so sad when this game kind of officially died. If you're not aware, a few months ago, the creators of the game, EA, announced that they are no longer going to be supporting the game after a summer update which has come out. So with that final update going by, I felt a kind of peace knowing that I wouldn't have to watch out for updates anymore. But I also felt sad because this game that I had loved for the past year in 2018 was It was awesome. I loved the experiences with this game. After a couple months of playing the game, I could tell the game was going down in players and that it started to hit a road bump where it would just go down. But I also thought it could come back up, which never happened. The huge lack of content over the first half of the year that I played it was just a drought. It was, you had fun for a month or two, and then just the same old thing over and over and over, and it wasn't entertaining anymore. There was this feeling that I just can't describe that I had during the first few months of playing, and that went away after the content just never came. When the content finally did come, it kind of failed. I mean, it's not the content people wanted, and some of the players didn't care and they didn't even come back for the content, which I completely understand. I like the idea that they had of going to lesser known but still pretty important battles in the Second World War, but it was just the same maps and same gameplay over and over and over again. The maps were beautiful. The gameplay, it was pretty smooth with the exception of some bugs, but it was still smooth regardless. I loved the landscape and thought the maps were done to basic perfection, and I just loved the way they implemented the guns and the tanks and the planes, and they really did implement all of the gunplay and the tanks and the planes very well. Fast forward to like 6 months and the Pacific update comes out, which is not particularly what I wanted, but I know it is something that a lot of people wanted, and I still enjoyed it because I did play it and I did come back for a little bit for it. I did enjoy it, but it still wasn't as good as the old maps, but it was new content which did help the game a little. But it wasn't entertaining for a long time. I played it for about a month and then fell out of the game again. This is definitely where the failure of the game peaked, because they added the new content, but then they did the same thing. It went on a dry spell. There was no weekly updates. DICE decided to update it whenever they wanted, and I feel like EA really could have managed their updates a lot better. I still to this day love the maps and love the attention to detail. No, I won't play the game because I'm not gonna put myself through that again, but I still enjoyed the game itself and not the gameplay. And now for my biggest issue of all. They removed the best mode of the game. If you don't know, Frontlines is a fan favorite. It's probably the best game mode out of the game, as most would say. When I played Frontlines, and I know a lot of other people did too. And yeah, I played the normal modes, but Frontlines always was fun, and for whatever reason just never got boring. So when they removed that, I went a little nuts and I kind of stopped playing. Honestly, Frontlines is probably the reason I stopped playing the game in the first place. When they removed the mode, I was so frustrated. Enough about Frontlines in the Pacific. Let's dive into this summer update. So, the summer update, the last update, the one to be the last. It's decent. It's like most of the other updates. A new map, some new guns, some new skins that you can buy. It's pretty average. I kind of just kept playing for nostalgia, and I wouldn't even play that much, but now I can tell you that I just don't care anymore, and I feel like that's the way a lot of people think. Yeah, I miss the old game. I miss playing and having fun and actually enjoying myself while playing the game, but that doesn't matter anymore. The game is basically dead. No one really plays it anymore. It's over. It's no longer getting support, so it's almost literally dead. And I didn't bring up Firestorm, the Battle Royale, because that thing was dead from the beginning, let's be honest. I didn't expect that thing to go anywhere. I think I played around 30 matches in all, maybe. There was nothing really to set it apart aside from the fact that DICE and EA made it, so I didn't get invested at all. This is going to be the end of the video, and I can really only thank Battlefield for some good memories, and I still miss the old Battlefield, but let's be honest, every good thing must come to an end, and this game finally did.
And deploy with new weapons like the M3 Infrared, the K31.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Thanks for watching.